My 20M depressed girlfriend, 22F, cheated on me, but I don't have enough strength to confront her again. Last month I got a feeling that something was wrong with my GF, so I decided to snoop through her phone, because normally she writes her feelings in a notebook app. And I found messages between her and one of her friends, a male friend to be exact. Were they sexting about how they would like to fuck each other? I just shut down and cried in the bathroom for about an hour because I wasn't expecting at all those messages. A week after that I decided to break up with her without mentioning the messages and just telling her that I didn't want to stay in the relationship. And immediately she started to cry and beg me to stay, because she couldn't live without me. She said this last part mostly because I am basically the only person that really knows that she has depression and the only person that is always there to help her calm down when she has urges of self-harm or a bad panic attack. I broke down and told her that I was sorry and that I wouldn't try to break up with her again. And that was a month ago. Just now today I still have the feeling that the sexting is still continuing, but I just don't have enough strength to try to break up with her, because I just can't do it. Just thinking about her crying is enough to make myself cry, and I know that if I try again I'm gonna fail again. Any suggestions or advice on what I could do next will be greatly appreciated. Small update, I didn't expect to get answers so soon. Thanks to everyone who answered. I'll try to break up with her tonight and I will give an update on how that goes. Big update, oh boy, turns out I avoided a big bullet. So a few minutes after I posted the small update I was planning to drive a little bit until I reached a small river 2 miles away, and then I would break up with her trough text. But then Say arrived home and tried to talk me into going to a restaurant for a romantic date. I told her that I couldn't go because I was busy, and that slowly went from her telling me that there was nothing more important than this date to her screaming and asking what I could be busy with and even demanding that I needed to show her my phone. And I just lost her. I told her that I knew about the text with her friend and that I knew that she was cheating on me, and that I was gonna break up with her. And she started crying, begging for forgiveness, and honestly I was close to repeating the same mistake as before until she said please forgive me. I promise that those texts were platonic. There was nothing real to them. I don't know why, but those words made me even angrier. I started to yell, and I told her that she needed to pick up her things and get out of my apartment right now. She then yelled at me that I couldn't just kick her out of her own house. I laugh and remind her that I was the one paying the bills for everything. After that she told me that she was gonna end herself tonight and it was gonna be all my fault. I just told her not my problem. Then she left crying. Right after that I called her parents and family to let them know what had happened. They were incredibly apologetic for what she had done, and after that they told me that when she enters their house they will punish her and force her to go to therapy. And that's it. For what I know she hasn't gotten home yet, but as her father said she always says that she is gonna end herself over the smallest of things and she never goes trough it. Don't worry. Thanks Reddit. You all made me see the bullet in time for me to avoid getting more damaged. Break up and run for your life. Cut the ties, bro. Save yourself. She only wants you when you're useful to her. Please don't stay with someone like that. You should never stay with anyone who can't live without you. It's not fair to anyone. Tell her to seek help, wish her luck, and move on for your own sake. But also you should definitely mention why you're breaking up with her when you do it. Might make it easier and give you some closure. Wanna know why she cheats? BC, she knows how to play you like a violin to where you will never leave, never confront. And she's right. Partner, 33M, threw away his present from my daughter. 33M, and I, 28F, have been dating for 2 years. This Christmas was our first one living together, and due to everything it was just us and my daughter, 7. Daughter had decided she wanted to get Chuck something for Christmas and we looked for absolutely weeks for his gift. She put a lot of thought into it. Everything went well Christmas. Come time to put daughter to bed and she gets a little irritable. She got up early and with all the excitement was a little crabby, and threw a tantrum. Honestly, it didn't even even involve Chuck at all she did was cry, and that was out of tiredness. Chuck got irritated, stood up and obnoxiously threw his gift in the bin right in front of my daughter and left. This hurt my daughter in the moment, but she's been too preoccupied with her presents and hasn't mentioned it since. He's apologized, but I haven't responded and I don't know what to do about this. Trying to make a 7-year-old child feel hurt is despicable. She will likely remember it for a long time too. Kids have great memories about terrible events, sadly. Not dad material. Needs to try not being a child himself first. Edit for mistyping on my phone. This dude is a bigger child than your 7-year-old, who he out-tantrumed on Christmas Day. I can't believe this guy is meant to be 33. Time to Chuck. What the fuck, Chuck? He's 33, and he did that? That man is not ready to handle the both of you. Don't do that to your daughter. I, 27F, have 2 kids, 5F and 5M, from a previous marriage. I'm engaged to an amazing man, 30. We are very happy, except his mom hates me because I have children. How can I make things decent between us? We have been dating for 4 years and engaged last Valentine's Day. We're getting married May 22nd. The whole time she implies that I'm marrying her son for his money. He's an attorney, so he does make good money. I'm a paralegal and I make a good living. I am able to support myself and the kids very well. All needs are met. I am usually able to save most of the child support in bank accounts for the kids' future education. At family holidays she totally ignores my kids. I don't expect her to want to be a grandmother figure to them, but I thought she'd want to get to know them a little because they will be siblings when he and I have children together. She will bring her grandchildren toys and candy and won't even say hi to my kids. The kids even think it's weird, and when they try to share she says, "Oh, no, I bought that for you." Their daddy can buy them candy. She is also constantly asking about my ex and seeing if we've talked lately. I think she wants us to get back together. He actually wants to sign his parental rights over to my fiancé. Anytime she sees my kids with a toy or book, she asks if my fiancé bought it for them. I've tried to talk to her about her interests and mine too and be friends. Now I'd settle for her just to be civil to my children and I know it also upsets my fiancé that she doesn't like me. Does anyone have advice for me? I am very willing to put in the effort to build a relationship with her. Everyone else in his family loves me and accepts the kids. While I was 18 when my mom remarried, her husband was the issue. My mom always said that, if it's a choice between you or my children, I'll choose my kids every time. However, she didn't. She tried to make it work. Team building, and therapy, and family meetings. He just wouldn't bend. He was constantly bullying my sister, and he would constantly yell at me for whatever reason, and then have the gall to tell my mom that I'm lying, or that I'm disrespectful, when all I did was stand my ground or defend my sister. It's a difficult decision to make, but if your kids are constantly exposed to this kind of behavior, they will learn to believe this is acceptable. Thank you for sharing. Think you said something powerful here. They will learn to believe this is acceptable. The lessons they learn early on will stick with them their whole lives and will be hard to unlearn. Do not take your kids around her. Fuck that. She is mentally and emotionally abusing your children right in front of you. You've been with her son since they were babies. She is horrible. They didn't choose for their parents to split. Why should they be punished by some cold-hearted bitch for it? You as their mom should not be subjecting them to her abuse. Period. My mom, single with 4 kids at 24, dated a guy and his parents didn't like us and we knew it. It was hurtful. I think the biggest unaddressed question I have from your post is why your fiancé hasn't taken this up with his mum. Why is this your problem to fix? Why doesn't your fiancé insist on civility and draw better boundaries with her? As far as you, I suggest you put no more effort into the relationship. She's made it quite clear that she's going to dislike you because she wants to, regardless of how you treat her. So all effort you put into this is just wasted effort that will hurt you. Just ignore her and don't seek approval that you'll never get. You don't have to fix anything. Tell your fiancé that if it upsets him he should call out his mom on it. He needs to stand up for you and, soon to be, his kids. Ask yourself if you want to be with a guy that puts his mom's ridiculous behavior above your needs and that of his soon-to-be children. Edited for weird grammar. This is one of those things where you need to be a mother first and girlfriend second. This woman is treating your kids badly and creating moments of shame that they will remember forever. Why are you forcing them to be with her?